in 2019, the European Commission launched a regulation which with the objective to create a sustainable financial market. The idea was that private capital would direct investments into sustainable economic activities. And it was very ambitious, but it came with a side effect, that of creating a greenwashing market. And that's how we started investigating it, because the greenwashing market comes with the whole package. And the whole package contains corporate and product misinformation, social and media misinformation. And the personal interest in studying this issue came by being the recipient of this misinformation. So we would read media articles talking about great green and sustainable opportunities. And then when we looked at the portfolio of investments called as sustainable by asset managers and big banks, we would find big fossil companies, highly polluting companies, and all the responsible basically of the climate crisis we are living. With the current investigation, we tracked 87 billion in 2023 into those companies, with asset managers and banks calling these investments as sustainable. What I hope readers will gain with our work is that greenwashing is a sneaky practice. So it has complex ways of expressing itself, and we hope that readers will be able to track it, will be able to denounce it, and make consistent choices as well. $87 billion into polluting companies is a very big number, and that is surprising. Then there are some dynamics that we found surprising in our work, which are basically the European Union created a regulation for sustainable investments, but it allows greenwashing. And at the same moment, it creates ancillary regulation, regulatory technical standards, and so forth, in order to tackle greenwashing. It's like giving a beer to an alcoholic and say, I really think you should not have it. So that is paradoxical in some ways. And at the same time, the national supervisory authorities that should have a big part in the fight to greenwashing, they are not prepared to do it, and they're not really present in the market. So we have to denounce it, and that's why this investigation is important. Then, well, we leave this surprise to the reader, but just the creative ways in which asset managers are able to justify these investments, it's really original. So we hope that readers will enjoy with a big surprise. Greenwashing is very complex. So it involves different actors, different elements to study, different primary sources. So when we started the investigation, we had to study really hard the European regulations, which are very complex, full of technicalities. So the regulations, then we have to study corporate documents, which are most of times unexplained terms and technicalities as well. And then we have to study data. We have to create a data set to track all those investments that we tracked in the investigation. All of this process involves a collaborative way of working with different people with different backgrounds, which is a challenge as well, because some people will not understand the data we have to explain, some people will not understand the regulation. So it's fundamental that we always have in mind a collaborative process in the whole investigation, which is key to success. What we have to do is distinguish between finance and financial markets. So quoting two top experts in Italy, Massimo Amato and Luca Fantacci, finance has to do with a fundamental solidarity between debtors and creditors. The problem, it comes with financial markets, which create debt derivative speculation instruments, and come with the promise to create profits for the investors. So in the next article that we will publish, we already show sustainable finance practices, collective and local practices from organizations, for example, in the USA, deciding in a collective way how to finance local non-extractive activities. This is sustainable finance. On the other side, the dark side, sustainable financial markets, I think there is still a long way to get to the net zero ambition. It's 3 years that we are working on this project, this investigative project. So, of course, I want to thank Voxeurop for supporting us from the very beginning. They have been great, fantastic. Then I want to thank Aleph Ferreira Lopez, which is our data assistant, and he extracted all the data. He was a great support. Nabila Shabir, which is our editor of the pieces we published, great support as well. European Investigative collaborations for supporting us and working with us in this investigation that won the award. And finally, of course, my dear colleague Stefano Valentino, which is a Bertha fellow as well. So I thank Stefano and the Bertha Foundation as well for supporting this project.